Hello and welcome to Odoo Essentials. In this lesson, we're going to go over the basics of the purchase application and also see how you can create your first request for quotation. A request for quotation, or rather an RFQ, is a procurement solicitation in which a company asks a vendor for a quotation for their products or services. With the Purchase app, you can easily manage your suppliers and your purchase orders. It also simplifies your life by being integrated with every other Odoo app. You can easily manage to find the best offers, and you can pay your suppliers. So let's see how to do this now. Okay, so now that I'm on my main dashboard, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the Purchase application. Now, when you go into Purchase, the first page you're on is the request for quotation. Now, if you find yourself somewhere else in the application, you can always go back by either clicking on Purchase here or Purchase RFQ. So let's go ahead and create one. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is add our vendor. And this is because, of course, we need to define who we are purchasing our products from. And in this case, we are going to purchase from a company, Azure Interior. And I was looking at their catalog the other day, and I noticed that they have a new product that I would really like to buy. I haven't already added it to my product list inside of my database, so I want to do that on the fly right now. I can do that by adding a line saying the product name, which is Blue Lamp. I can either create or create and edit, which is what I will select. I'm going to define some settings on the product page. I'm going to say it's storable. I'll also go to Purchase and add my vendor here. Okay, save and close, save. Now I want to purchase 100 blue lamps, and the unit price is €5 a piece, so it's very affordable. Okay, I will go ahead and confirm this order. Now, once I do that, the RFQ then turns into a purchase order, and we can see that status change here in the top right. So now I see purchase order. I also have one receipt here. Now I can either go to it by clicking on this, or I can receive my products by clicking on this button as well, and it will redirect me to that receipt. Now here I can say how many products from the order I actually received. So I can say that I got the full 100, or perhaps they only delivered 50 of the product. Now, if I were to put the 50, so less than I ordered, and I click on validate, it will suggest that I create a back order. Now, this happens when the vendor doesn't have in stock everything that you ordered, and they go ahead and send the first amount, the amount that they actually do have in stock, and then they create a new order for those that you're still waiting on. Or I can say I don't want a back order, and then I just take what they have in stock and I cancel the rest. Or I can cancel and say, no, actually, I was mistaken. I received everything. I'm going to go ahead and put 0 because I would like to show you what happens when you then click validate after not specifying an amount here. So I'm going to click on validate. I get this message that says I have not recorded any done quantities, and that by clicking on apply, it will process all reserved quantities. So in this case, the reserved quantities is the initial demand. So that will be 100. So I'm going to click on apply. I ordered 100, I received 100, and now I see that the status has changed to done. So I will save this, go to my purchase order. I'm going to create the bill, and this will create the bill for the quantities that I received, which is 100. I will validate, and then it will give me the option to register my payment, thus completing the flow. Now, Odoo also provides the option to add some extra security measures, which I will show you now. So if you go into configuration, settings, we see a few options. We have the option to say that you need a manager's approval if a purchase order is created over a certain monetary amount. And this is for your users. So if you are a manager and you create a purchase order over this specified amount, so in this case, it's €5,000, you will not have a notification saying that it needs to be approved by someone else. It will just automatically be confirmed. But if you are a user, there will be an extra step, and we'll see that in just a moment. We also can add warnings on either our products or our vendors. And so when we add a warning on the product page or on the contact for our vendor, we will then get a pop-up every time we add that to one of our purchase orders or request for quotations. I'll also show you that. And the last option here is to lock confirmed orders. I'm going to select this option and click Save. Now, this is great if you would like to be sure that no one will edit the information after a purchase order is already confirmed. And so it just removes some options from the view. And of course, if you're a manager, you can unlock this and see everything. Let's go ahead and see all of these things now. I'm going to go to Purchase RFQ. I'm going to create a new one. So I'm going to add my vendor here, and also add the product. From them, I will say my blue lamp. Now I want to go ahead and add a warning for my vendor, so I'm going to do so by clicking on this little pop-up. Then here I have the vendor contact page. I'll go to internal notes. I now see a field called warning on the purchase order. So I have a couple of options. I can say I have no message for them, I have a warning message when I select them, or I have a blocking message. In this case, I'm going to choose the warning message, and I will say, do not buy purple chair before 7/7/19. I will save. And that pops up immediately. So we see this take into effect right away. And every time you create a request for quotation or purchase order and add this vendor, you will have this pop up until you remove that warning from the contact page. So I can simply click on OK. And I have my product as well. So let's see what happens when I say that this product costs over, when my entire request for quotation is over 5,000. So I'd like to order 50 of this product, and it's really expensive for a lamp. It's 100 a piece. So now I see my total is 5,000, and I'm going to confirm my order. But wait, I'm the manager, so I don't have to see that second step. It just works automatically. But something we do see here is our third option, and that is to lock the purchase order. And so I see that this removed some of the settings to edit the purchase order. However, since I am the manager, I can unlock, and I see all of my options here. Send PO by email, create the bill, cancel, and then I can lock once again. So now I'm going to log in to one of my other users who only has user status in the purchase app. We're going to see what it looks like when he creates a purchase order. That's over 5,000, and see that take into effect. So let's purchase from Azure Interior. Okay, I get my pop-up. I'm going to add my line. It was the blue lamp. I want to buy 50 at 100 a piece because, as I said, it's really expensive. I'm going to go ahead and confirm order. And now we see that it's in the status to approved. So then the manager will get a notification that they have to approve this purchase order before it can move on. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.